Good morning, my Abba are back. Here's the plan. They will try to get that north perimeter wall fully up to height, and maybe with tie beam and columns all poured. There has been a little bit of rain this morning. It's a bit more overcast. That might interrupt them later on. There are forecasts that there might be more rain, but we'll see how they get on. Fortunately, the rain wasn't too heavy, and so it's not really impacted the water table. There's not a lot more water inside where they're digging the swimming pool, so they'll carry on with that, trying to clear as much water as they can while building around it. What could possibly go wrong? Filmed all this 2 hours ago and a bit, and then realised that once again the external microphone had no battery. I don't know what's going on. I was pretty sure it was fully charged. Anyway, you don't care about that. Here we go, north wall. So the aim is to try and get all of this done today. Get the concrete hollow block in. You see, compared to yesterday, they removed the forms from the intermediate tie beam already. They did that very early. Concrete hollow blocks going in all the way along. Web over here in the corner. Oh, walking away. Still working on getting all of these columns where the wall is up to height, working on getting those tied in, getting the tie beam at the top finished. I think they're going to struggle to do all of that. They might get it up to height today. I don't think they're going to get all of the columns, all of the tie beam done. The trench for the wall is about as far as it can go right now. So we got Jojo and AJ and Coilito all working on clearance of stuff. Tree stumps, plants, all sorts of nonsense in the way now. So I think this is going to be fairly slow going, because a lot of these trees and other bits and pieces are right on the line where the wall will be. A slightly different angle from up here, maybe gives a different perspective on the pool. It is wet work in there, lots of water still lying around. Pump not running at the moment, they only seem to do it in shortish bursts. But digging in water, that's going to be the order of the day, I think. Along behind the tree at this end, a couple of guys, the pool crew guys, putting the tie beams in place. Once again, Ron Wells over here with Rico, but Juanito's telling me I have to video, so I'm videoing. You're a bit dark there, Juanito. Too much shadow. But there we go. He is the director of these videos very often. it is always quite tricky to get any footage of these guys, but still 5. They're doing fine. One of the jobs is to recover any trees, tree stumps that we cut down on the neighbour's side and bring them up back over to our side. And that's good because I can use these when we start building raised beds for the garden. They're actually going to be raised quite a lot, because for an old fella like me, bending down all the time is not good. These will go in the bottom, and then they'll get covered with other stuff, including soil and ultimately compost. But these fill up a lot of space in the bottom of your raised beds. Over time they break down, and this process of using things like wood in the bottom and then other materials up top is called hugelkultur. And I probably said that horribly wrong. But over time, as I say, this all rots down, adds to the soil fertility, but saves you putting tons and tons and tons of soil into a raised bed that is probably going to be at its top around about 3 feet off the ground. So imagine if it's, I think the ones we're going to do are probably about 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, 3 feet high. That's a lot of soil if you use only soil. This saves time and saves either having to buy in a load of soil, which is most likely, or dig it up from elsewhere. We do obviously have a lot of soil lying around at the moment as they're digging the pool out, but I think all of that will get used for backfill in other places. As of right now, we're still secure. The security cow team is still here. I thought they might be leaving yesterday. I'm not sure when they're going, but they are leaving. But for now, we're still good. One of the upsides of having cows is cow poop. There's a lot of that lying around, and that cow poop can be added to the compost piles or just piled up separately. Over quite a bit of time it breaks down. You can't use it on your garden straight away, but over quite a bit of time it breaks down, and it's magnificent material for composting. So we're going to run out of that soon. Never mind, they gave us a lot. We're coming up to 2 o'clock, and we did get some rain over lunch, which didn't help here. So they're continuing to use the pump from time to time. They just switched it off, trying to drain out the water from the deeper areas, and they have been channeling as much as they can the water that's more towards where I am, the shallower end, trying to drain that towards the deeper area and then pump it out. Very, very slow going. On this corner, all the forms are in place. I don't think they poured the concrete for the top of the columns and the 2 beams, tie beams at the top. I don't think that's done yet. Richard is starting to put the forms up on the columns, moving further down the wall here. Just the first one. And he'll continue along there and maybe do some of the ones for the top tie beam as well. We'll see by the end of the day. Once again, Webb is up on top of platforms and scaffolding. Still working on the top tie beam. So, heading on this way now, they have now got 10 sections, 30 metres, fully up to height with the concrete hollow block. Still a long way to go with tie beam and columns on top of that. And we've still got, can't quite make it out, 4 sections, which they've not yet got the hollow block up to height. Pretty sure that'll be done before the end of the day. Not unusually, I was wrong. It is in fact 6 sections that take us up to that corner. And to help along the way, we've just got this delivery of concrete hollow block. Hello! We'll go and check on the digging crew. Well, I don't think they've dug further, but they have cleared a load of stuff that's in the way. There are still clearly to me, I'm not sure if you can make them out, lots of things in the way. So they're still at the moment working on digging out the holes for the columns, but this has to go, and where Coelito is, second guy in the line, that tree's got to come out. And then they have cleared a little bit of vegetation going along this way. They might be able to go behind these plants. I think they're all banana plants. They might be able to go behind those, at least some of them. The bell has just rung, actually a few minutes early. But the reason I think they've called it early, only 5 minutes, is because they're done here on the north wall. With the exception of this last section, which I imagine they will wait until they can go around the corner next week. Coelito here, been busy still digging out all sorts of stuff over here. Let's see how far they got. Only most of the day, just the three of them working along here. So you saw this earlier, and they have made a start on attacking this thing, this little tree, and they've started hacking away at that one. If we go right up to the corner, let's have a look. Yeah, I think once they get to this corner and they turn here, yeah, maybe they can go inside most of these trees. I think a lot of it may still have to come out because of the threat to the wall as they continue to grow. Maybe not. Maybe they come far enough inside. We'll see. It's official. We are insecure. The security cows are gone. Back here, they've got more of the base rebar in. They've been digging. They've been pumping. Very, very hard going. But this is a week's work for a few people, plus the monster diggerator that we had, plus normal diggerator. That's not bad for a week working in these conditions, for really quite a small number of people most of the time. We're getting a swimming pool. That's it, end of the day, end of the week. No red horse today, Juanito says, but he has got his manok, his chicken. He's going to eat well tonight. So, everyone's heading out. We'll see you again on Monday.